starting inside of T-minus 30 minutes. That work is complete. There are no issues, and there are no further actions required before launch. We're launching out of the eastern range. The good news is air and sea space is clear. Weather balloons that have been released show the upper altitude weather is good. We did have to delay the T0 30 minutes for a small rain shower that was crossing the trajectory path. That was moving out of the way, so right now weather looks to be good for a launch in just over 5 minutes, as all systems continue to be go for liftoff at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
As we mentioned earlier, our customer today is Lockheed Martin on behalf of the Republic of Korea. We now have a quick message to share from Korea's President of the Agency for Defense Development.
안녕하십니까. 국방과학연구소 소장 남세규입니다. 코로나19로 어려운 환경에도 불구하고 아나시스2 위성 발사에 헌신하시는 여러분께 감사드립니다. 아나시스2 위성은 한반도 평화를 위한 것으로 한국의 IT와 우주 분야 연구개발의 한 단계 도약이 되길 희망합니다. 올해 창설 50주년을 맞는 국방과학연구소는 아나시스2 위성 발사의 의미가 남달라 저도 코로나19 상황으로 발사장에 직접 참여하지 못해서 안타깝게 생각합니다. 비록 물리적 거리가 멀리 있지만 지능적인 온라인상의 사회적으로 가까워진 거리와 시간 때문에 저도 마음은 발사장에 계시는 전문가 동료 여러분들과 함께하고 있습니다. 락히드 마틴, 에어버스, 그리고 세상에서 가장 스마트한 펠콘 9 발사체의 발사를 주관하는 스페이스 X 모든 분들의 노력에 감사드립니다. 아나시스2 위성은 대한민국 국방부, 방위사업청, 합동참모본부, 각군 관계자와 특히 함께 연구한 국방과학연구소 위성통신체계단이 응원하고 있습니다. 아나시스2 위성 발사와 목표한 궤도내 시험까지 성공하길 진심으로 기원합니다. 우주의 신들은 하늘길을 열어라. 펠콘 9 나가신다. 아나시스2 완벽하라. 감사합니다.
We're currently 3.5 minutes from liftoff. Falcon 9 is now moving into the final stages of the countdown. The vehicle remains in good health. Now, during that video, the transporter erector strongback did retract to the launch position, moved a couple degrees away. Falcon 9 is now moving into the sufficient for liftoff of the Falcon 9. Fuel loading is complete on both first and second stages. The liquid oxygen loading is wrapping up on the first stage and will complete at T-minus 2 minutes on the second stage. Now, 1 minute before liftoff, you'll hear the announcement that Falcon 9 is in startup. That means the rocket's internal computers on first and second stage are controlling the launch countdown. Now, the mission manager reports the Anasis-2 space vehicle continues to be go. The range continues to be green for launch, and the weather is looking good. Now, once again, as a reminder, if we don't launch today, we have a backup opportunity tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. 2.5 minutes to launch. We have closed out the first stage liquid oxygen load. That just leaves stage 2 LOX loading to finish. That call out tells us that the chill sequence we began at T-minus 7 minutes is now complete.
Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
That completes propellant loading on the Falcon 9. Stage 2 LOX load, the last one to finish up inside of 2 minutes. We'll now begin venting down the plumbing lines that go up that strongback that you can see behind the Falcon 9. So if you see a plume of white gas coming out, that's normal. See in the view from the camera, we're now venting down the liquid oxygen lines on the strongback, getting ready for launch. Next event will be startup, coming at T-minus 1 minute.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Here's the call out. We're in startup. We're now pressurizing first and second stage tanks for flight.
LD countdown net, go for launch.
There we go. The final call to SpaceX launch director is given to go for launch. We're at T-minus 35 seconds and counting. All systems are go.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Stage 1 tanks pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
M1D propulsion is nominal.
Plus 40 seconds. Everything looking good? That's the call out. Says M1D engines are throttling down, getting ready to reduce vehicle acceleration in preparation for the period of maximum dynamic pressure. We're in the bottom of the throttle bucket, as they call it. Now the Merlin engines coming back up to full power as we get ready to go supersonic.
Vehicle is supersonic.
Supersonic, we're coming through the period of maximum dynamic pressure.
Vehicle has reached maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Guidance engineer confirms we're through the period of greatest pressure on the vehicle. Continuing downrange, trajectory looks good, propulsion looks good, avionics looks good.
MVAC-D chill has started.
That announcement from stage 2 propulsion. We are now beginning to chill in the turbo pump on the upper stage engine to get ready for its ignition coming up in about 45 seconds. Nice view from the SpaceX cameras at Cape Canaveral as we head east out of Space Launch Complex 40 into the first of 2 orbits planned for today. This orbit is the parking orbit, a low Earth orbit trajectory that will take us over the equator and will eventually relight the upper stage engine to transfer us into the desired geostationary transfer orbit. Now main engine cutoff, or MECO, coming up in several seconds, followed by pneumatic separation. The first stage pushes away from the second stage, and then ignition of the second stage engine.
Stage separation confirmed.
MECO on time. Stage sep looks good. And the call out, MVAC-D engine is at full power. The view on the left screen, you can see the large titanium grid fins now slowly opening. That begins about a 2-minute period as we slowly rotate the first stage around to get